but certainly racism, the disparate treatment of minorities throughout the military, but particularly with regard to the casualties in Vietnam. I mean, there was a very disproportionate degree of casualties amongst all sorts of minorities, and Denny Leonard, I remember speaking to that specifically. Well, it was very, I mean, it was quite a segregated society, even though it was, not officially, but in terms of who people hung out with. And as I said, when I was in Vietnam, I was the only enlisted man that, I believe I was the only one who had ever even attended college. I was certainly the only college graduate. And then at the special processing battalions back east, in the disciplinary, which is a disciplinary discharge process, I guess, there were a lot of African Americans, way disproportionate to any of the units that I was actually assigned to, and certainly way disproportionate to anything that was on the West Coast, and disproportionate even to the non-disciplinary units at those bases. There were few black officers, and there were way disproportionately black men in the enlisted ranks, and way disproportionately within the fighting disciplines of the enlisted ranks. So they were way overrepresented in the casualties, and they did way more of the fighting. And they were, I would say, disproportionately represented in the anti-war GI sentiment, if not the actual public face of it, but certainly amongst the not so much the people who are organized into things like the American Servicemen's Union, which was ultimately kind of meaningless, but the people who would not do what was needed to be done to progress the war. There was a large influence of African Americans.